Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Hello people and welcome to Footy Judgment. Welcome to another stream where we're talking about Arsenal, Chelsea top 4 race with Nottingham Forest top 5 race, Liverpool rebuild of course with Virgil van Dijk looks like he's leaving. Is this Arsenal chance next season? Next season FC to hit again next season of course to try to win the league again next season with Mikel Arteta and the new sporting director of course. Are Nottingham Forest here to stay? Are Chelsea way behind the rest of the pack in terms of like next season? Can they keep up with the rest of the teams? Chelsea, what happens if they don't make top 5? But before we go on and introduce everyone and say anything about the football, there's something that is very, very way more important than the football, of course. A lot of you have done a lot of, I've seen Patrick, true City fan, our friend Patrick, of course, he's diagnosed with cancer. And we have been trying to do some he did some GoFundMe and we're trying to support Patrick. And he set up a GoFundMe that the link is in the description. It's the first thing in the description. You'll find the link, click on it. The guys over Forest Fan TV, of course, LB and other content creators have done a great work, of course, and other guys everywhere, of course, have done a lot of work for him. The Never a Foul guys, everyone that contributed to Patrick, of course, they've done a fantastic and a great job. He's one of our own. He's a great guy, fantastic friend, always smiling, and we wish him all the best, of course. The link is in the description. I will be joining Sam right after this stream in a charity stream for Patrick. We're trying to raise funds for him for the treatment, but I don't know the treatment in Turkey, but he is trying. They don't have any treatment in where he lives. So he has been trying to collect some money, to raise some money for the cause of him going to Turkey to get the treatment. We wish him a good trip. We wish him, of course, the best of luck in his journey against this absolutely ruthless disease, cancer. If you don't know, true City fan in the description. All of us here wish him a great recovery and the best of luck. So before we go on and talk about the football, I want to wish him all the best, and I want you guys to click on the link in the description. Go donate $1, €1, half a dollar, €5, $50, whatever you want to do will help, of course, Patrick in his journey. And for the people that don't know about it, just go to his Twitter account. It's True City Fan in Twitter on X, and you'll find the story. He has set up a GoFundMe. That is, the link is there. If you can click the link on the description, go and support Patrick. Big up Patrick. And if you guys don't know Patrick, he's the City fan from Malawi that I think lives in Ireland. He comes on the channel a lot. He goes around. I think Shez had him one time. We had him. He goes on the Football Terrace. He goes on all the other channels as well with Igal and all the guys. And we wish him all the best, of course. So just go and support him. And of course, after the stream, we'll join Osam on his charity stream, of course. So big up everybody.
And I think it's just important to tell this is life and death. He's been told that's it. Like, no treatment. They've said that's it. It's not curable in Ireland. So it's either this or, let's be frank, he's going to die. That's why it's so important. So we pray, inshallah, that he gets the target as quickly as possible so he can go and get the treatment as quickly as possible. He's very close now. Every penny helps. Every penny helps. And he's always got a smile on his face. That's the thing. Always got a smile.
He's a family man as well with kids. Yeah. So every penny helps, as Wolfie said, of course, every penny helps, of course, in this. We wish him in this month of Ramadan all the best, of course. We make prayers and dua for him, inshallah. He beats this thing, of course. That I don't wish it on anyone. To the football. Where's Ashraf? Why every time we saw next season FC he disappears?
Hiding.
What happened to him, bro? Guys, hit that like button if you just joined us, of course. Hit that like button. Yes is here, Ash is here, Wolf is here, and Ram is here, of course. Should we start with Liverpool and Van Dijk leaving and what happens to Liverpool next season?
If you want to, yeah, I don't mind.
Do we think there's a fall off? Do we think there's a fall off, Liverpool? If Van Dijk and Salah leaves, are they going to fall? A lot of people have said they're going to go outside of the top 5 next season. They're going to be in a disarray. It is not going to be good for them. Do we think that Liverpool could come back if Van Dijk, Salah, and Trent leave?
It depends on who you bring in.
Yeah.
You're going to bring in Mark Gahey instead of Virgil van Dijk?
Wait, don't. You know what? I'm going to use your words, Mo. Have some shame and decorum. We're in your show. Have some shame and decorum.
Why?
What do you mean, why? What do you mean, why? We're talking
you
about...
are linked. Okay, you're linked to Mark Gahey, 60, 70 million. Right?
Is it just Gahey?
You're linked to Mark. Yes, this is the only one. Isak, you think you're going to get Isak?
They're linked to Marilla.
It's not just Gahey. We're linked to multiple centre-backs. We're linked to multiple centre-backs, but it depends on who we bring into the transfer window if those 3 leave. I don't think all 3 leave. I think Mo and Virgil will stay. I think Trent is the guaranteed person to go. But if we do lose all 3, we'll definitely not challenge for the league.
You know what? I was talking about this with somebody. At some point, Liverpool have to move on, right?
Yeah.
It's the right time to move on from these guys, especially after they win the league this season.
I agree with that. I think for me, Liverpool need to learn from the mistakes they made when the midfield got too old. When you had the Fabinho, Henderson, when what's his face? The Dutch guy. I've gone blank on his name.
Wijnaldum.
Yeah, when that got too old, that midfield, you let it get too old, you know what I'm saying? And then suddenly you are left with a full rebuild needed. You're going to have to buy, even if they stay, even if you kept Mohamed Salah, if you kept Virgil van Dijk and Trent, you still need to buy underneath them at the very least to strengthen that squad for the next step to happen. So either way, Liverpool are in a mini rebuild this summer. It's just, is it a first team rebuild or is it a replacement build? You know what I'm saying? So there is things. And the question, will they drop out the top 5 for next year? We don't know. We need to see what Arsenal do. We need to see what
we know that even if they fall off, Nottingham Forest are not winning the league next season. We just have to establish this.
You want to go down that road already?
Ya Habibi, you know that you're not winning the league next season.
Well, I will say again, I don't know anything until I've seen the transfer windows, including mine.
But you aren't in contention to win the league. next season.
So if we sat here this time last year, would you have said we know for sure Forest won't finish in the won't finish in the Champions League?
Yes, I would have said that.
So you
I would
can't
have said
sit
that.
here and say Forest won't win the league next season.
No, I don't know. I don't think. I think you're behind. Do we think that Forest at the current moment are ahead of the teams? Yes, you had a fantastic season. So was Aston Villa a couple of seasons ago. So did Newcastle. Do you think you're ahead of? You can get ahead of Arsenal, Chelsea, Man City, Newcastle, Villa next season. Liverpool as well.
Transfer window. I'll keep
Who do you
saying
think
it.
you're gonna acquire? Who does he think he's gonna acquire? Like I don't get it. Like who does he think? Wallahi, Wolfie, you know that's not rage baiting. I listen to you sometimes, but who do you think you're gonna acquire? Like I'm seeing Chelsea linked to Osimhen, his teammates is gonna end in the. I see Arsenal linked to you, like whatever his name, Cisco. I see Bruno Guimaraes. Whatever, like if you can get him or
this
not.
is the problem. You guys have such a little pillar box of players that you put in, and do you think there's no one in the world of 6 to 8 billion, whatever the world size is now? You think there are 4 or 5 players, and that's it. That's the whole world of football. Did you who knew Slot last season? Let's just look at a manager. He came in, wins the league. Which one of you had heard of Murillo?
I did
before he came in. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm
None
talking
of-
like
none of
in
us.
the generic sense of a football fan. Okay, who was scouting Isak that much? If Isak was that good, Arsenal, why didn't they buy him when they were linked to him before Newcastle got hold of him? You know, so don't just tell me there's Isak, Gyökeres, and Sesko, and that's it. The world is bigger than that, and that's what I'll keep saying. Let me see transfer windows.
I'm
But
not
then even
sure
if you see even if you see the transfer window, if you don't know the players, how will you know you're gonna have a good season?
Just because you don't know the players don't mean I don't know the players, bro.
No, I'm asking if you. How will you know?
Because I will
don't-
see those players in pre-seasons and in those
YouTube videos.
settings, and you get a feel for it. You'll get a feel for the tactics and the settings, bro.
Do you think Nuno Espirito Santo is a league-winning manager?
in
I mean,
Saudi
honestly,
Arabia,
he's
yeah.
won
Honestly.
leagues before, so the answer is yes.
In Saudi.
Really?
Yeah.
Let me ask Shez, do you think Maresca is a league-winning manager at the current moment when you look at him? Honestly.
It's hard to say. He's only been here in like what?
Yes, so I'm asking you today,
Off
based on the
of what you've
circumstances
seen
today.
now.
From what I've seen today,
If you what perfect
like,
conditions?
I'm
We saying-
I'm asking you,
What's the conditions
you-
though? You haven't given
I'm
me
gonna
any
tell you,
variables.
you saw Maresca this season, correct? Let's say Maresca gets 3 players in the summer, good ones. Do you see Maresca and you look at him and you look at his tactics and you think this is a league-winning manager? It's
Yeah,
a yes, by the way, I will say, by the way, I'm not gonna say yes or no, it's up to you. But do you think he's a league-winning manager today, or he
There's no
still needs to
definitive
learn?
answer because we haven't got the factual evidence of any of our managers yet, other than Slot. But I would say, yeah, I think if we had the right profiles, if we had a top class winger other than Palmer, a good goalkeeper, and a centre back, I genuinely believe we could be
Challenging. I'm not gonna say win.
Yeah,
I'm gonna say be
I don't
Arteta. Be
think-
Arteta.
I
Be
think even
Arteta.
even one of those positions would probably be a lot higher in the league. Even one. So 100%. Even with our bad form recently, I still think we'd pick up a few more wins in the last 2 months. If we
Chess,
had
how
a
you
better
not
goal-
put a striker on that list? Or did you?
No, he's saying 3 positions, but I just chose centre back.
Oh,
goalkeeper.
okay.
If you-
By the way, the reason why I'm
Striker-
asking about the manager, I've watched football a lot of you guys. There are some managers that when you look at them, you think, I would be very surprised if this manager win the league, especially in a Premier League or a La Liga.
In top 5 leagues, right?
Yes, like of course there are certain conditions. Like there are people that won the league with Barcelona, but they had Messi. You get my point. There are coaches that won the league when they had exceptional players. But if you look, to be honest, from all the managers, I think Arne Slot is great. I think Arteta has proven to be someone who is the elk that can win a league. You can't go toe to toe with Pep Guardiola for a whole league title for a whole season, and you tell me that is not a league. Maybe Arteta needs better conditions than what he has. Look at why are you shaking your head? You're
Bro,
trolling.
Arteta's a fraud, bro. Let's be real.
He's
Like,
Habibi,
just
a
trolling
fraud.
to move
with
on,
this
he's just
No,
trolling.
Arteta
the
stuff.
fraud. Wallah al-Azim, I'm being very
started
logical.
with Liverpool, went to Forest, now it's gone to Arsenal. It's gone like that.
I'm going to tell you why. Because when we talk about Liverpool, like Wolfie, I know that Wolfie inside him, he believes that his team, with the right recruitment, under Nuno Espirito Santo,
Mo,
can
let's stop
challenge
this
for the
crap.
league
Let's
next
stop this
season.
crap. Let's stop this crap. Wolfie,
Okay.
we won't see you next year. Let's keep it about. Why are we waffling about Forest? They
Bro,
won't be in the top 4 next
You
year.
won't see me next year.
Why are we entertaining this?
No,
rubbish?
we'll see you. We just won't see your team in the conversation.
You won't
We'll
You'll
see
see
you
him in the
soon.
Why are we
Champions
acting
League.
They're going to be top 4 next season. They're not. Why are we wasting our time? Sorry,
Bro,
Wolfie.
what are you talking
Oh, it's all
about?
good and
You're
all that,
you're
but I'm just
talking
keeping
like
it
you've
real.
been chilling in this top 4 for the last 3 seasons. Where have you been the last 3 years?
My favorite line is when people deflect, it means I'm right. So you just deflected.
No,
so I'm
I'm
right.
just I'm just pointing out, why are you coming near a chest when you haven't been there in the last 3
If
years?
you can respond to my point and respond to my team, then that would be helpful. I said you're not going to be top 4. You haven't responded to it.
And I said we will be.
Otherwise,
I said
why
we'll be
will you
still
be-
fighting for it
They need
if
to
we
hope.
get the recruitment right in the
Wolfie,
summer.
why will you be
No,
top
it's not
4
only
next
it's
season?
not only the recruitment, right? You need to keep your players. You can't
Exactly,
do what
you need-
Aston
yeah,
Villa
Yeah,
did
but
and
they've
not
already
get-
done that,
not
bro.
let
They've
Koulibaly
already
go
signed
to
Barillo
These
to a new
players-
contract.
What players they have are title-winning ilk
Yeah,
players.
exactly.
Who's
I don't
gonna
think
be
any
title
player
winning
in
player?
Wait, so now we're going to title
Yeah.
winning when you changed it to
Yeah,
title race, and now it's back to title winning. Which one?
talking about- hold on.
I'm talking
We
that's a
know
good point,
exactly
though,
what
that's
I
a good
mean.
point, though.
You know exactly what I mean by title winning and title
Big
race.
up Trinidad and Tobago, big up.
You being in a title race, right? Meaning that you have a chance of winning it. When we actually told Chelsea fans in the beginning of the season, and I said that Chelsea, even with 2 points behind, yes, realistically they're in a title race. I said, I don't think that Chelsea have the experienced manager, have the experienced player to go all the way to win the title. I was proven right at the end. I look at Forest at the current moment, and I don't think you have title-winning ilk players. I
What,
don't think so.
Zero.
Aina. That's it.
Aina. Yeah, Callum
Oh, that's-
Hudson-Odoi won a Champions
Maybe.
League.
Callum
Elanga's won a
Hudson-Odoi is
Champions
a
League.
title-winning
Callum
material.
Hudson-Odoi.
Callum Hudson-Odoi is a
He's won the
title-winning
Champions League.
material.
He's
It ain't
literally won the
Aina.
Champions
No,
League.
Bro,
Yeah, and
Bro,
so did
Aina.
Thomas,
Aina.
and so did Thomas Vermaelen.
Okay,
here's
you
my
say he
question,
hasn't got
yeah?
Champions winning players. I just
Vermaelen
told you
won
there
Champions
is.
League.
Everybody
What
other than
are we
Wolfie.
doing here?
Who's Forest's best player? Tell me.
Gibbs
Morgan
White,
Gibbs. Yeah,
Murillo,
Gibbs
There we go. Come on,
Aina,
let's move this conversation on.
That should tell you all you
Callum
need to know.
Hudson-Odoi. I haven't
I tell you-
stopped.
Okay, let me
Milenkovic.
give you an
Gibbs White is a good midfielder. He's
Can I
not
guys
anything
give you an
elite.
example exactly of what a title-winning? Once you
Murillo's
say
a
that,
good
once
player. He's not
they
elite.
say the example of a title-winning material player, right? You're gonna understand. Bruno Guimaraes, Alexander Isak is a title-winning material. Virgil van Dijk, McAllister, Bukayo Saka, William Saliba, Gabriel, Julian Timber, Moises Caicedo, Cole Palmer. These are title-winning material players.
Okay, but half
We're
of
not-
those you've named haven't
no,
won
that's
a
incorrect,
Premier
actually.
League title.
I disagree with that.
But they won.
You
They,
just
but they
named
won
the
major
league players,
trophies,
Mo.
though. Hang on, Chase. But 1 minute.
But you guys
Let me land,
misunderstand.
let me
You
land.
misunderstand
Let me
the
land,
word.
let me land.
You misunderstand the point of a title-winning material. If Caicedo was playing at Liverpool this season, Liverpool
Okay,
would still have
but
won.
you're making that assumption. You're making that
Yes, so what
profile
was-
subjective. You're making it
Yes,
subjective.
it is a very subjective opinion.
Okay, khalas.
Mo,
So
are
like,
you
we're gonna
saying
spin
those
around
players come from your
subjectivity.
team, or-
Huh?
What's the point, sorry, Mo? Are you just naming
The
players?
point is, it's very rare to see a team without a lot of title-winning material players that win a title.
Oh, I get you,
Anywhere.
it's fine. That's fine.
Anywhere, a spine, a difference maker. It's very rare. We have seen it only over the. Okay, let me tell you. Over the past,
Unless you're Leicester City, that's it.
over the past 30
No, but
years.
they're the
But their
spine, though.
spine was
They're the
kind of
spine.
good, though.
Yeah,
but
they're
No,
the
no,
spine.
but no.
Yeah, but you didn't know
no.
their
You-
spine,
yeah, yeah,
man.
yeah,
This
yeah,
is
yeah.
the
Wolf
thing.
is right. That's right. Yes.
Yeah.
before-
Nobody
Oh,
said they had a
okay.
spine before the
No,
season.
No.
Right,
It's different to
right,
Forest
okay.
because we see their spine. That's different.
No,
Yeah, yeah,
it's not
I
because
agree.
Leicester had these players in the Championship, bro.
no,
like-
no, that's not right. joined.
Kante was with them the season before.
Kante was with Mets, man. Come on, let's
Was
not
he?
do that.
All right, fine.
He
Well, who
joined.
was them?
Come on.
They, what you?
That's
All
wrong.
right, Vardy wasn't with them. Vardy wasn't with them.
I don't even
Okay.
think Mahrez was.
Was Vardy banging
Yeah,
him in?
but Wolfie, you're missing the point. You're basically saying your chance then next season is 5,000 to 1 like Leicester. Okay, obviously it's a bit higher, but my point is that's an
How
anomaly.
have I
It
said
doesn't
that?
happen often.
I haven't
Yeah,
even
that's what I'm
sat
saying.
here and said Forest are winning the league next year. I don't know what agenda you guys are pushing.
Challenge
Like,
for the league. Forget winning.
okay.
Challenge for the league. Challenge.
I'm not
So
saying
you're
again,
top
Wolfie,
four,
Wolfie, can I make it clear what I said?
what?
I'm not disrespecting you when I say this, but I just genuinely don't believe you're going to stay in the top 4 kind of ilk. You may
Okay,
be like
did
an
you think
Aston
2
Villa.
months ago we
Let
were
me
staying in the
land.
top
Let me
4?
land. You might be like an Aston Villa and be like 9th and a few points off top 4. That's very conceivable. But I don't believe you'll be comfortable in top 4 as it stands right now. The reason why I say that
2
is,
months ago.
no, what
2
the
months
reason why I
ago.
say that, I'm talking about the future. I'm not talking about the past.
Yeah, but I'm talking
The
about
reason
now.
why I'm-
2 months ago, did you think Forest would drop or stay third?
Honestly speaking, it's the same logic why Chelsea is still top 4. The opposition is weak.
That's not what I'm asking you.
No, I'm
No,
asking
Nothing
a
to do with
question.
Chelsea.
I'm
Nothing
saying
to do with
yes,
Chelsea.
yes.
When you looked at the
Yeah,
table and you saw Forest were third Christmas Day, did you think would be sitting here in March and you back then would have said Forest would still be third?
Here's I'm going to read the real answer, yeah? The hope.
It's a yes no answer, bro.
Wait, let me
It's
give
a
you the
yes no
answer.
answer.
I'm going to give you the answer.
I want to
The
hear yes or
Hopium,
no.
the
Which one?
Hopium would say, the Hopium, let me put this off full screen, one sec. The Hopium will say, no, I thought you'd drop off. But the same logic I have for Chelsea is the same logic I have for you, which is the opposition is so weak that Chelsea can win 4 games out of 12 and still be sitting 4th.
Okay, so by that logic,
So-
what evidence do you have to say that the opposition will be stronger next
Yeah,
season?
that's what I was going to say to you. That's what I
No,
was going to
but
get to you.
Ches,
Okay.
But we
I
have an
think that's the
owner who
wrong-
is going to spend. We have an owner
I think
who's
that's the
going
wrong
to.
example, though. For in my opinion, you're giving, because I think the best example, and as you've seen this from time to time, where teams overachieve and overperform exponentially, and then they drop off. Like you saw Aston Villa to an extent this season, but the prime example, Sheffield United, when we won the league in 1920, they finished around about 6th or 7th, and then what happened in the season after? They got relegated.
Bro,
Like you
Sheffield
saw in
United is not an example.
No, but you saw a team that elevated and overperformed their quality of team exponentially, and then the season after.
Did Sheffield United get into the Champions League that season?
No, but are you telling me that Sheffield
Yeah,
United?
but even-
Yeah,
okay,
yeah. He's not
sixth in
saying
the league or
specifically
seventh?
top 4. He's saying a team that overachieve for where they're supposed to be.
Yeah, okay, but what I am
Yeah.
saying is, with Champions League comes the additional.
Okay, let me
riches.
pick.
You
Let
know
me
what
pick
I'm saying?
your. Fine. Let me pick your
And then,
example of
if you want to
Champions
give a
League
good
riches.
example, the good example is Villa. Villa have done in the Champions League.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But that's the thing, Wolfie. If you take the last 2 teams that have done that, which is Aston Villa and Newcastle, when they got into the Champions League, they dropped off in the league. That's the reality of
That's
things.
not true. Villa are 3
is
points
true.
off being in the top
Oh,
5.
They
no,
were
in the
comfortably.
Champions
in the quarterfinals.
Yeah, wait.
And in
You
the
just said it. You
quarterfinals
just
of the
said
Champions
it.
League.
You just said it. They're comfortably. They're 3 points of top 5, whereas last season they were comfortably top 4 all season. There's a difference. There was still a drop off. Newcastle
Because
went to the
Spurs
Champions
started their
League.
drop off early, bro. That's why.
Nah, bro. I'm telling you, and Newcastle and
You
Villa,
just
in
proved
my
my
opinion,
point before.
honestly,
Ashraf, at
one
least
thing-
you
one
said
thing,
that they'll be like the new Aston Villa. That's what I said.
yeah,
I
and
used-
that's
I
the thing.
said
I
that.
honestly,
Yeah, but
I
you're
actually
using
think-
Ches, you're
I
using
actually
Villa as
think
if it's
Aston
a
Villa
bad
have
example.
Way better quality than Nottingham.
Exactly, man. I'm being polite
Oh my
when I say
God.
that.
guys, I was about to say that. I was about to say that.
I'm being
and
polite when I
Aston
say that.
Villa.
I'm being polite.
More,
I'm being
more.
polite.
I was about-
Day and night.
More. That's what I was
Another
about to say.
example.
That's what I was about to
United.
say. I was about to say that Newcastle and Aston Villa, in my opinion, when they made top 4 for the first time in ages and then made to the Champions League, I think their teams were a lot better than this current Forest team, and they couldn't cope with Champions League, Premier League, and dropped
Ashraf,
off.
how many
and
Forest
that's
matches
fine.
you watched this season?
I watched
Quite
a
a
I
lot.
don't know, like
Quite a
8
lot.
or 9, maybe.
When you start
8 or
saying
9.
Full
Full
8
matches,
or 9
start to
matches.
finish, Ashraf. Full matches.
Yes, full match.
Yeah, yeah,
because
8 or 9 matches full.
I like how you play football. I actually
can I
think
just
it's
end
a
this debate,
very
please?
Oh, no. I
simple
didn't
way.
watch 30 games. No,
Can
that's
I
not
end this
me.
debate? Wolfie, you know what you're saying, right? You know you have to prove us wrong, but we have the logic to say we're right. Does that make sense?
Exactly.
Like
Exactly.
you literally will have
Well,
to
I
show
don't need
us.
to prove anything wrong. I can
Wolfie,
give
let
a
me explain
shit
what I
what
mean.
you
Let me
think
explain the
about.
logic behind what I'm saying. It's actually very logical what I'm saying, isn't it? You're basically giving us a theory, which is just a theory, innit? It's just we might stay up because our board rates us, and I forgot the Greek guy's name, a big himself, spending money and stuff. The logic we have,
Marinakis.
we literally have Marinakis, we literally have evidence to prove you won't be there. So when I say to people we're wasting our time, it's based off theory and logic. Not evidence. Not
Let me ask
theory.
you. Okay, let me ask you something
Yeah.
then. Okay, Wolfie. Honest to God, Chelsea ownership spend money. If next season, Forest, you have an ownership that will spend money. If you spend a lot of money and they spend the same money, who do you think have a better team?
We will. Chelsea has spent 1.5 billion in 2 or 3 years, and look where they are. Would I trust that ownership of Chelsea's with £1, let alone $1.5 billion? No, I wouldn't. Do I trust my owner who can find players like Murillo, like Danilo, like Morgan Gibbs-White? I know where I'd put my money. We would put a better team together. There may not be names. We may not get a Jadon Sancho on loan from Man United and things like that. There may not be household names, but you'll know they've done their research.
Wolfie, I have to say, I do agree with you there. I think if Chelsea and Forest spend the same money, not for the things he's saying that trust the owners, I don't know about that. That's just his thing to say. But if Chelsea and Forest spend the same money, let's say, I don't know, 200 million each, I think, given how much they've spent and how their spending habits have been, I think the impact that kind of spending would have on their team will not be that big versus that kind of spending on a Forest team, in my opinion, will be tremendous. The impact, at least.
I hear that.
I agree with
Your starting left back is a right back that literally couldn't be the third choice right back for Liverpool. That is the quality we're talking about. Your manager is punching above his weight because he's a very good manager. He worked with the tools he had this season, created a system that basically worked. Because every time I'm watching Forest, you are not an inferior team on the pitch. You are a team that knows exactly how to win the football match. So, perfect example, Man City. They huffed and puffed and he just won 1-0. Your manager is a genius in this. But the quality he has, I don't think it's a quality that will be able to challenge for 38 games. The Hudson-Odoi, the Chris Wood. But you haven't challenged. You're not challenging.
Okay, well, it depends. Define your challenge. But what I'm saying now,
challenge is
right,
coming.
Mo, just follow your logic through. You're saying the quality isn't good enough with a manager who is a genius in this tactic. Now, add the quality that you're talking about in the summer. What does he do next season, in your opinion? Does he regress or progress?
I think, to be honest with you, I think for you to win the title, you need at least 8 starters.
Yeah, I agree.
I'm not even talking title now. I'm just saying,
What
do you think Forest have to do to finish 3rd or 4th again next season?
Sign
5
about
or 6 starters. 5 or
4 or
6
5 starters.
4 or 5.
Yeah.
A midfielder, a left back, a striker, apart from Chris Wood, because I think Chris Wood is
another
not
right winger, a 6. We need a 6 more than anything else.
Yes, you play kind of 4-4-2.
These are all on the shopping list. These are all currently on the shopping list.
That's the whole point. The reason why we asked this question, because we're in international break. Liverpool are gonna, if the Van Dijk leaves, Salah leaves, the window's open. Man City are gonna spend a lot of money. They already spent a lot of money and they still lose games, right? Nico Gonzalez, people are saying he's a fraud. Kuzanov, too young. There's a lot of players that will leave from City. So City might not be as strong as we knew them. Chelsea, right, have a good team that they might need additions. Arsenal will add additions. The door is open. Are Forest gonna be within this window? I doubt it. Can Chelsea be within this window? That is what this show is about. Because after the last game, I thought there is a level between Arsenal. Will Liverpool be there? Probably. We don't know who's going to replace Virgil van Dijk, who's going to replace Salah. A lot of people are saying that.
But we need the smallest rebuild out of any of the teams around us.
But Chelsea needs 3 players. A
Chelsea
striker,
needs
a
3
goalkeeper,
players.
a center,
Chelsea
a striker, a goalkeeper.
No, we don't, Wolfie. You don't watch Chelsea. You don't watch us.
I do watch Chelsea, man.
Did you know that
apart from Sunday, where I literally fell asleep, bro.
Let me give you a fact. I think we conceded 8 more goals than Arsenal this season.
Yes. So you only need a new goalkeeper.
Arsenal's your benchmark. Use Liverpool as your benchmark.
Wolfie, guess what? Yeah, Robert Sanchez is.
Wait, what do you mean benchmark? We have the best defense in the league.
Yeah, that's what I'm giving.
We are the benchmark.
Yeah.
So
we are the benchmark.
My benchmark's still top of the league.
You have conceded 13 goals.
Okay, 13, yeah. I want to say 8.
A lot of fucking goals, bro.
Yeah, so our goalkeepers had the most unforced errors leading to goals. So when I say that, if we upgrade the goalkeeper, we instantly get better. Instantly. Then you upgrade the centre backs. With the centre backs we already have, I think one top decent centre back, like a Gahey level, even would be enough to sustain us to a certain level. Maybe not win the league, but definitely challenge. And if you add a striker to my team, factually speaking, we definitely move up the league. Now, you guys can all say to me, you might not get those players. Like Ashraf said this before. That's a different argument. Will Chelsea actually buy the players you need? That's a good point. But if we did get these said players, I'm not gonna lie and sit here and go, yeah, we might get top 4. I think we'll challenge for the league.
Well, what about
I
so
think
so
so.
for instance, like for
Because
example,
the profiles, it's not the names, it's the profiles.
Yeah,
The
yeah,
profiles, yeah,
of course,
exactly.
of
Can
course,
I-
it's,
can
it's
I-
never
Go
never
ahead,
about
Ram,
name. I was gonna say, like, is it just those players? Because there's also a question
wingers.
mark over
The
over
wingers.
right back because Reece
He's always
James. We all know how good Reece James is, but you can't say hand to heart that he's gonna stay fit for whole 38 games this season, Ches. Even
Yes.
I know you well. You will not say that. And Malo Gusto, the level that he's shown this season compared to last season, has been a significant drop. Significant drop. And I like what Mo said. Your left wing, I'm starting to look at. I'm like, do they need to upgrade? Because
No, but
the
you know,
level
when I
of that
said
left
3
wing
players, to be
is
clear,
not at that level.
I agree with the left winger. The right back, I disagree with a bit. I think Gusto can go up levels. He's dropped off this season, I agree. But I've seen enough this season to say I believe he can improve. My only thing is, when I said 3 players, that's not all the players you could get. I think Chelsea will add a left winger. They've already come out in Athletic already said Chelsea want a right-footed winger. You could play both sides. Gittins
Because
or
Chelsea,
Williams.
you know, Chelsea will pay money not to redeem Sancho.
Yeah, like, we're linked to Williams, Gittins. You see Garnacho in January. We're linked to Gittins and Dortmund. We're linked to Williams as well. So I reckon we'll get one of them. We're definitely getting a striker. The only problem is I think they'll bring
It's
back
the manager.
Petrovic. No. I think they'll bring back Petrovic and not get a goalkeeper, which
That's a risk.
I think the
It's
problem is the
risky.
manager.
and then the manager is the question you man asking me. But again, in my opinion,
the manager.
I do believe if we had the right profiles, he wouldn't be doing what he's
That is
doing.
based on what? That is okay. In the last game,
First 20 games.
in the last game against Arsenal really didn't play good. You came on the football terrace and he said it.
Even
and
more,
I
when I
agree
was
with you.
talking about one game, you could use this. Whatever you're gonna say now, you could say for the last 2 months. The reason why
Yes.
we're like, and let me explain what's going on. The reason why we've completely gone from good football, second in the league. I think we beat Everton. We would have gone about Liverpool with a game
Yes.
in hand. That was in end of December. Then January we lost to Ipswich and it was done. Okay. Ever since then until now, it's been poor. Not many goals scored. He changed his style of play. He doesn't trust the squad. He got rid of the Felix. He got rid of Vega, who didn't want to be there 50-50. Clearly, the squad that the board gave him wasn't the squad he trusted. On paper, it's actually quite good because you've got Vega coming, you've got Felix, Cole Palmer back up. But in the end, he just didn't trust him for whatever reason, whether it's mentality, tactics,
Wait, Ches, so he got that squad that he didn't trust.
Let me just say the whole thing, yeah?
Go on.
So the first 20 games, it was going well. He was using the squad in both competitions. We're in the FA Cup, still cool. Literally, 3-4 injuries hit, and he scrambled. He doesn't trust the squad as much as we want him to, and he's had to adjust his tactics to the players we've got left. And it's unfortunate he lost both his striker profiles at the same time. I hear it. He did lose on him after AK. He was trusting a lot more. We all said Nkuku up for a little bit, so I get that. But he still hasn't adapted. But in my opinion, if you add the profiles I mentioned before, even if we get a few injuries, because you've got more of the spine in your team, he can work with that a lot more. But at the moment in time, he hasn't even got a striker to work with at all.
And your wingers have been failing lately massively.
Yeah.
In hindsight, now we know that Madueke maybe is your best winger.
But let's look at our competitors: Arsenal, Liverpool. Their wingers got 4 goals in 31 games. Arsenal's wingers don't.
I'm responding to you. Nwaneri and Saka on the wingers with Martinelli and Trossard on the bench will be much better than your wingers that you have at the current moment. Am I wrong to say that? Better than Sancho?
My wingers are better than yours. How do you like that?
Again,
this season, yes. Elanga and this season, yes.
Your wingers been better than most people's teams in the league.
I agree. Yeah.
Well,
it's weird when you said when we look at our rivals, Liverpool and Arsenal, you forgot.
No, he's not better than Salah, but Diaz hasn't been good this season like that.
Say that again?
Diaz hasn't been that good this season.
What about Gakpo?
Gakpo's been okay.
He's been
great. 20 GA in all comps this season.
Yeah, we're talking about Premier League.
And he's been injured.
We're talking about Premier League.
Okay, then 16 GA in 24 games?
Oh my God.
bro.
Wait, how
I
many?
think
What's the GA of
with people,
Ilanga
man.
and Hudson? What's
No,
their
no,
GA
no,
this
no, but
season?
we're not doing this because
I'm
I
talking about
know
Premier
for-
League, Ram. What's Gakpo's? Someone get the stats up. What's Gakpo's stats this season?
sorry,
In the
Premier
league.
11
Yeah, that's what I
GA
know.
26.
Bro, Hudson Odoi has 5
Cody
goals and 2
Gakpo has
assists.
11 GA, bro.
Hu-
Cody
Hud-
Gakpo,
Hudson-
bro. Diaz, can I give the stat?
Yeah, go on, I
Actually,
want to
Diaz in this season has had more GA in the league than Cody Gakpo.
But how many
He's
how
got
many
8
games
goals,
has he
3
played, though?
assists.
How many
Luis
goals
Diaz
has he
has
played, though?
9 goals. Cody Gakpo has 8.
Yeah,
How many
Gakpo's
goals-
8
Yeah,
goals,
it's-
3
it's-
assists.
It's good. It's not great.
It's average for a
It's
team that
average,
scores a
that's
lot
what
of
I'm
goals. It's
saying.
so
Yeah,
average. bro.
and their wingers are not better than Arsenal's wingers.
But guess
that's
what?
for sure.
Exactly, Ash. So all agreeing with me. So my point was the difference is they've got Mohamed Salah. That's the difference.
Yeah, the
Chelsea had
Salah
Cole
FC,
Palmer.
yeah.
Chelsea had
No, but
Cole Palmer.
I was
He's scoring
responding to
off.
Wolf.
I'm
Wingers are
not
not
doing
better.
this.
Oh, yeah,
His
no, I'm not
wingers,
doing this with you,
Callum
Ash.
Hudson-Odoi-
But
Callum Hudson-Odoi
I
had
just meant-
7
I
GA.
meant-
I
Trossard has
didn't
9.
know Salah scored.
I
scored
just
2
mentioned in
goals
my
against
logic,
Leicester to
yeah,
get
the
us back
reason
in the
why-
game. I thought he scored the third.
But
With my
why
let's
why
not
is
do
your
this.
guys only
Once
mentioning
more.
GA? Why is your
No,
only
it's
mentioning
not just
GA?
one time.
Wait,
Because
guys,
they're
wait.
wingers.
No,
Because
one
they're
at a
wingers.
time.
One sec,
Sorry,
Mo.
go
The
ahead,
reason why I
Chaz.
brought
Go ahead,
up
Chaz.
everyone else's wingers is to prove the fact that you said they're not good enough. But I don't look at Liverpool or Arsenal's who are competing with me at some point in the season as the wingers is amazing, other than the top class players they have. Saka,
Okay. Do you know what my
and Salah.
rebuttal is? Do you know what my rebuttal is, Ches, right?
Yeah,
And
go
you
on.
can say this for a fact because I've mentioned this on the group chat of what I want in terms of transfers, right? I did mention I wanted two forwards, one striker and one left winger. Does that mean that I am content with the players that we have in our wing, even though they've proven more this season compared to your wingers?
No, I think you do want to upgrade.
So what's the difference with yours?
I want to upgrade mine as well. I never said they're good enough, but what Mo's saying is that he's comparing it to a league. And I'm saying in terms of league standard, they're probably underperforming. I agree. But I wouldn't say Liverpool's that great either.
No, but we're
it's not just
comparing
right
it to
now.
past. No, but we can compare it to past Premier League wingers who have won the league.
Yeah.
Inside
If you're
forwards that won
saying
the
past
league.
Premier League wingers, then I need to upgrade mine ASAP. But if we're talking about the standard in the league today, I'm not really looking at anybody's wingers and going, wow, he's a lot better than Neto, or wow, he's a lot better than Noni. Like Noni is not even great. But most wingers in the league are average nowadays.
I think that point is void because you're. I
It's not.
guarantee.
The
I
point
can
I'm
only
trying to
speak for
make is this.
myself. I
You
can
don't
speak
need
for
to rely-
myself. I can speak for myself. I want to upgrade my wingers. So for me, that point is already void because
Yeah,
if
but,
I want to
you're
upgrade
missing
my
point.
wingers on what I've already got,
My
then-
point about the winger thing is that I don't want to rely on just my wingers to win the league. I need profiles. I need a striker with Cole Palmer. Then your wingers can chip in and be average. Salah can do his thing, and Diaz can have an average season and win the Premier League because he steps up. If we had a striker this season like Osimhen and Cole Palmer's off form, he might step up in the last 2 months. That's my point. So I don't really care.
You don't know that.
If he gives me 5 GA, but then the lap comes in and scores me 15 goals, and Cole Palmer continues his 15-goal season, then Enzo gets 3, Caicedo gets 2. That might be enough to challenge.
The problem you
And then you
got,
have a better
bro,
defense.
is
That's
you
what I'm
don't
saying.
know. You don't know you're getting Champions League next year. Let's be real. You're in fact, I would say you're very unlikely to get Champions League next year.
Oh, the Forest
So
game,
you
that's hard.
saying
That's
words
hard.
like Osimhen, like Gyökeres, like whoever you want, is
it
kind
top
of
5
pie
or
in the
top 4
sky.
that gets it this season?
Top
This
five,
season?
Carlos,
top
5.
But,
Yeah, I
but
think
look,
Forest
if you look
game,
at
top
Chelsea's
Top
fixtures,
5 thanks to Aston Villa, not to Liverpool. Thanks to Aston
Yeah.
Villa.
Oh, I really you have to say that.
And
You have to
Arsenal.
say that,
And
man.
Arsenal.
You know what? You could have been part of that top 5 as well, Mo. If all your Italian.
No,
teams-
I don't support the Premier League team. I'm already in the quarterfinal. I'll win my league. I'm good. I have a better season than Liverpool this season. My team.
Okay.
Without Mohamed
if you
Salah
win
and Van Dijk.
That's if you win it. That's if you
We
win it.
will
yeah?
win the league.
So
Let me do
it's
this.
the
We will win the league.
I
JJ
want to win
saying,
Champions League, bro.
we'll see. We'll try. We lost as promised, but Palmer injured. I give you that. Oh, JJ, yeah. Palmer is injured. I don't know for how long, but there is time for him to recover.
why do Chelsea
Yeah.
fans think it's a badge of honor to say we told you we were going to lose?
I can't wait.
Who
for
says
a
about
Mo
honor though?
meltdown.
No one's saying that.
Mo, if you dare lose, I'm here for it, mates. Mo meltdown like last season.
Yeah.
Remember
we'll see.
Atleti?
We'll
They
see.
will get knocked out by Bayern. I don't think they'll knock out Bayern, to be honest.
If they better,
That's a tough
they
game.
better. If you
I'm not
don't
even
knock
joking.
out Bayern,
Wallahi, I'm
bro,
not joking.
oh, I'm on your
That's,
case.
Wallahi,
that's
I'm not
hard.
Why are you saying that? Why are you saying that? Are you just a hate? Okay, so it's fair to
Qasam
me to
billah,
say
it's not hate.
that
Wallahi,
Real
it's not
Madrid
hate.
are better than you. Are Bayern better than
100%.
us? How many games have you watched Inter
No,
this season?
they're not.
How many?
They're not.
Wait, Trem. How many games have you watched Inter this season? Ashraf?
Can I
Honest.
answer? Can I answer?
Yeah, go
I
ahead.
think, Wallahi,
How many games? Answer
I said
that
it on the
first.
channel. No,
Answer that
don't.
first.
You asked me, I'm going to
Well,
answer it
go
my
ahead.
way. I'm going to answer
How
it
many
my
games?
way.
I'm gonna let you answer your
Inter
way.
Milan.
How many games? How many games have you
Maybe
watched?
only
Inter
3 or
play
4.
this
Only
season?
3 or 4. Only 3 or 4.
How many
But
games?
my
Okay,
point
so
is,
how many games have you watched Bayern this season?
like at least 8 or 9,
20.
maybe. No, not
20.
20. I haven't watched 20.
No,
Let me tell you guys why they
Ashraf,
won't. Let
do
me
you
tell
have
you
time
guys.
for anything
20.
else, man? You've
I
watched 8
watched
or
these
9
man
Forest games,
draw
8 or 9
and-
Bayern games.
I like Bundesliga, bro.
Let him
But let me
answer.
tell
Yeah.
you,
Inter will learn what.
I think, Wallahi, I'm not saying this for the banter. Qasam billah, I'm not. This is actually what I really believe, and I said it on a channel
You
as well.
swear, it's fine.
I think Inter Milan are a very good team, but I think they're tremendously overhyped, and I'll tell you why. Because they reached the Champions League final 2 seasons ago, everyone has been riding that train of, oh my God, what a good team. When the best teams they played that season in the knockout stage were Porto, Benfica, and AC Milan. They didn't face anyone major. Yes, they had a good game in the final against City. I agree, but it's a final. It's a 50-50 thing. These things can happen.
Yeah, it's the same season that you
a
lost
lot of
7-2
players,
to Man City.
a lot of players was similar to what they had 2 seasons ago, and they lost home and away to Bayern Munich. Yes, Bayern Munich have a weird coach who he's gonna win the Bundesliga, but I don't think he's
They are
good.
dead. They are. You got
Let him finish.
I think this Bayern Munich team is better than what they were last season. And last season they fought really well against the best team in the world who went to win the Champions League. They only went and lost, I think, in the semi-finals by 1 goal, and they were winning 1-0 until the last 10 minutes or so. I don't think Inter Milan is that kind of team that will be able, even if they somehow scrape a win against Bayern, I think Barcelona will slap them up in the semis.
No, don't change now. You said that you think Bayern Munich will knock us
I don't.
out.
Ask me for a prediction.
No,
I think
got to
Bayern
beat
will knock
Bayern.
you guys out.
No,
Even
sorry,
that you know
Mo.
that we're gonna play the second leg at home. You know
Mo,
that.
you got to beat Bayern.
Yes.
I'm telling you, you got to beat Bayern. I saw these man lose to Bochum. I saw it with my own 2 eyes.
Anyway,
If you don't beat them,
we'll talk about we'll talk about the Champions League. The second leg is at our home. We are favorites to go through. We conceded only 2 goals in this competition. We scored plenty of goals in our league. They scored 75 goals in a much easier league to score against the team. They play against a lot of teams in the league that they open up against them. We scored 65 goals in the league. They scored 75. We conceded the same amount of goals in a tougher league to play. I believe that we will fancy our chances to even win at the Allianz, right? Or even get a draw, come back to our home, we'll win. It will be a 1 or 2 goal margin. Because we will rely on our defense. We will rely on our defense, and they don't have a strong defense. And our forwards can actually score against their defenders, to be honest.
I mean, you lost 1-0. I know it doesn't relate always that way, but you lost 1-0 to Leverkusen that got slapped up by Bayern. So you.
Yeah, but let me tell you the difference. We lost to Leverkusen 1-0 in a goal that was supposed to be offside. They made a mistake, and they admitted they made a mistake. And in that game, we rested 7 players because we had a bigger fish to fry. Because unlike you, we will. I'm giving you facts.
Saying this every time.
What do you mean?
We lost players
1 game
against Real Sociedad last season. The group stage, we rested players against Arsenal this season.
I'm going to tell you why. Because unlike your manager, my manager knows when to rest players and what is an important game and what is not, and he doesn't get players injured.
No, he doesn't, because he got knocked out by Atletico Madrid last season. So he clearly doesn't.
On penalties. Oh my God,
Habibi, but you were much better than Atletico. You were hot.
No, we were not. Playing the I think you don't know.
You won your league comfortably, and you were finalists of the Champions League.
Yeah. The difference between me and you is I know what Champions League is about. Maybe Shez knows, Ram knows. I'm gonna tell you the difference.
Yes.
I'm being serious.
That's why Atletico Madrid got knocked out by Dortmund next round.
I'm gonna tell you the difference.
Atletico Madrid is the Champions League team.
We played the second leg at Atletico Madrid. Atletico Madrid always rise against big teams.
Dortmund won a Champions League.
Play in the second leg. Dortmund. You talk about Dortmund. The Champions League winners, unlike you.
Habibi, I'm talking about this Dortmund.
There is more.
Not 1998 or 99 Dortmund. Let's relax. I'm talking about this current Dortmund.
The difference
if I play Hamburg today, am I going to lose to Hamburg because they're winning?
Okay, let me tell you something. You talk about this Atletico Madrid. Did you watch the Real Madrid Atletico Madrid? Who was the better team in both legs?
Oh, Atleti.
I think the first leg Real Madrid, the second leg Atleti.
First leg Real Madrid, they had 2 moments. Atletico Madrid made like 3 clear-cut chances. Courtois literally played the
Their
similar.
goal was also a screamer. Their goal was a screamer. That
Yeah, it
Julian
took a
Alvarez.
screamer to beat Courtois.
You actually think
But
Atletico
did you see,
played that for the
did you see
second leg,
Brahim
though?
Diaz's second goal?
They scored the goal.
They
They didn't play that good, but Real Madrid were rubbish as well. To be honest,
They
with you,
were,
Real
but I
Madrid
didn't
were.
think Atletico Madrid were that good. I didn't look
Real
at them
Madrid
and
were
go,
rubbish.
wow.
Anyway.
Not good at all.
Dribbling and Delap. Why did we go to Inter? Such a hater.
No,
I hope the
because you
Arsenal goes
decided to
through.
talk about Champions League to me. You chose violence today, Mo.
Yeah, you did, to be fair. You brought it up.
Okay, my mistake. Dribbling and Delap to Chelsea will strike fear in rivals. I know that's a very sarcastic comment. Delap. Number one, who's
No,
dribbling?
he's not being sarcastic. He rates
Respect
English talent.
dribbling.
He's been,
No, that is
he's
true.
been hyperbolic. He's been hyperbolic.
Respect dribbling, man.
But Dribbling's a baller. The lap will definitely make a difference to Chelsea, but I don't want him as a first
Yeah, but
choice.
Dribbling,
Oh my
Dribbling
God.
was at Chelsea.
Dribbling, is that the right winger for Southampton? The guy that-
Southampton, yes.
Yeah.
I don't
With
want
the guy with the
Dribbling.
hair, Jack Grealish.
I don't want Dribbling. I
I
don't
will-
want him. I don't want him. I
He
don't
is
want him.
that he is talented though, but not Chelsea level.
He's
Wait, wait,
19
wait.
years old.
You don't know he was at
Chelsea
Chelsea,
won a-
yeah? You know he was at Chelsea.
Originally,
No, he wasn't.
Of course.
Really?
Nah, he was
Chelsea
at- nah, he's
aiming
not
to
from
win
Chelsea,
the
is he?
title.
Yeah, ask Ches what happened with him. Ask Ches what
What did
happened
he
with
do?
him.
I think
What
he
did he
was. I don't remember the whole story.
I'll
but I
tell you
think
what
he was.
happened with him. He got homesick after about 2 months and they let him go, man, to Southampton. He got homesick.
Oh shit!
I remember seeing an
Delap.
article saying like we did have him on our books. This is ages ago. But anyway, I want Delap. People know I like Delap.
Delap is
I
not good. I'll tell you that
Fair
now.
enough.
Big man.
Delap is you know how
I
everyone was
think so.
hyping the Luton striker last seson? I always forget his name.
Adebayo.
Yeah.
You know the
That's
difference.
his name.
Oh,
I know we
come
haven't
on.
talked
That's
about
so-
Arsenal.
What are we doing?
Everyone hypes up a striker that comes up from the championship like the second
Yeah,
coming.
a lot of
Trust
times.
me,
No,
honestly,
Ashraf,
a lot of
Delap
times.
was
crap.
some
We just played
basic
him.
football
I just played
analysis.
him this weekend. Just because Delap dived against you
Who
for a
did Delap
penalty,
come-
bro,
who did
and
Delap
he
come
beat
from?
you. I
Who
get
did
it.
Delap come from? Who did he come from?
Man City.
Yeah.
Man City.
Man City, so
Yeah, he didn't know that. He didn't know that. He
Yes, I
didn't
did.
La, la,
Yes, I did.
Everyone knows that. bro, Ches.
Yeah,
Don't
Man
try it.
City.
Everyone knows that.
But you know that, but before,
That makes a
like, listen,
difference.
I want to move on. But Ches, the problem is,
Yeah, go
really,
on.
I'm sitting here talking about Chelsea going to challenge for the title, and we're talking about Chelsea acquiring a 19 years old that plays for a
Profile.
relegated
Lazy
team.
analysis. Profile. It's about profile.
No, but it's not
Yeah,
about.
I
profile.
agree with that.
It is
Not
about
It is
profile.
profile. It
Is
is
it-
100%
no,
profile.
Yes,
Ashraf,
I'm gonna.
what
You
I'm
know,
right? Let me explain,
Of course
man.
you
you
Right,
both
man.
are right.
About
Let me just
profile.
say this, and then I'm gonna. You guys know why they are right? Because Chelsea are doing their best Arsenal impression
Yeah,
now.
that was always
Signing
gonna happen.
talent.
That's
Allah al-Azim, you are
Thank
doing.
you.
weird banter,
Thank
weird
you.
banter. Wallah al-Azim,
What
weird
is
banter.
going
Doesn't
on
work
here?
that
I'm
way.
trying to give you football intake.
Pep Guardiola signs based on profiles. Pep Guardiola, and he wins leagues. Stop this
Bro,
nonsense.
Bro,
No, but Ashraf,
what profile? These
reputation,
signs
bro.
super.
Let's not
These
do
signs
that.
stars.
No, they
Akanji
don't.
was a- and Ashraf, Akanji was a star.
Reputation is what? Don't do
Akanji
that.
was a
Don't
star,
do
wasn't
that.
he?
Guys,
Akanji
since
played
Pep
for
Guardiola
Borussia
has
Dortmund.
joined, since Pep Guardiola joined
was
Man City,
Akanji
he
a
didn't sign
star?
more than
No,
3 or
he
4
was not.
superstars.
No,
No, he was
stars.
not.
I didn't say
Was
superstar.
Ake a star? No, he
I
was
will name.
not.
I will name. The difference between Delap and what's his name? Whatever Cantwell. What's his name? Dibbling. My guy is
Cantwell, you know, big up Norwich.
my guy.
Hey,
Like
he was
even
a
though
baller, by the
Akanji,
way.
even though
He is.
Akanji, who's not a superstar, the guy is a Dortmund player playing Champions League, a Swiss international, right? An experienced footballer. Let me finish, right?
Yeah.
So what?
What's his name? Bernardo Silva was not a superstar, but he was a star at Monaco, right? Jack Grealish was a star in Aston Villa,
One good season.
right? Who's one good season?
Bernardo Silva. He won the league with Monaco and then
Yeah,
immediately
but,
came.
but look at the difference between a profile that played a quarterfinals of a
Yeah,
Champions
but
League,
now we're moving the
a star for
conversation.
Monaco. I'm not moving the conversation.
You
I am
are.
saying that if you go and sign a
From
profile
Benfica as
like
well,
that,
Bernardo.
guys, if you go and sign a profile like that, doesn't have to be a superstar, but a profile like I'm gonna tell you something. You know, Gehi might be a profile. He's not a superstar, but he's an experienced player. These two guys are inexperienced players. You don't get these guys to win a league title.
I know this.
But he already agreed that he's not talking about these two
I'm
players.
not talking about the being experienced.
we all-
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying the profile might mean it might be good enough to compete. Maybe to your argument, maybe not to win. That's a different discussion. If we're saying to win the league, then I probably shouldn't be going for a Delap. But if we're saying to improve my team, then the profile will improve my team. If I had Delap now with Jackson and Guy out, 100 billion%, I wouldn't be in a top
He's
4 battle.
We're
dribbling
not doing
better.
this, man. You're improving your team to try and go and win the league, bro.
We're not saying that. That's not the point. That's not the point. I'm not saying I want Delap first choice. I'd rather get Gyökeres over him. But I'm saying Delap is at least the profile I'm looking for. He's 6 foot, physical, technical, can head the ball, Premier experience. Cool. Might not be enough to win the league. Maybe Gyökeres might be, but he's a profile I'm missing right now.
Wait,
right
do you
now,
think you're in the hunt for
if Chelsea had the lap against Arsenal,
If they get
it's gonna be a
Gyökeres,
better
Chelsea,
game. Like, what we
imagine
doing
if Chelsea go and get Gyökeres,
No,
not
does
Redeem Sancho.
he think
Try
they're
to
in the
get
hunt for them?
Semenyo. Try to get Semenyo. We're talking now. We're talking about Chelsea now.
Do you think you're in the hunt for Gyökeres? He's gone.
He's
saying,
gone.
we say, Wolfie?
Are you in the hunt for Gyökeres?
Yeah, Chelsea's name's in the hat for that.
Okay.
Everyone's name in the hat.
Even if you
Obviously,
don't finish
yeah.
Champions League, even if you don't
Ashraf
finish
said
Champions
earlier,
for that.
Chelsea might not get these signings over the line. We were linked with Duran. We were linked to Omorian. We linked to top players. Bakola we were linked with. Desiree Doué. All these players people are raving about.
Ivan Toney. Yeah,
One
all
second.
these players. It's nice
When
being
Chelsea
linked.
were
bro.
linked with them, now hold on. You just saw him do what he did at Anfield the other day. When Chelsea were linked to these players, it's he's too young, lack of experience. But now, all of a sudden, when they don't go to Chelsea and perform, it's the profile you need. That's why, when Ashraf's agreeing with me, it's not about the experience all the time, but the profile. Where was Bakola's experience when he beat Liverpool at Anfield?
You know, I
Where's
think
the
you get
experience?
Nunes. I think you get Nunes in the summer.
How much?
It's about
How?
profile.
You can take him for 17. You can take a 40 million, man.
If you're
But
saying,
you're saying profile.
he's
He's a striker, Premier League, ready, as they say. Is that the profile you're talking about? Because you just keep chucking this profile.
No, Wolfie, you're missing the point. He literally told you someone physical, someone who can hold his own, who can head, who can dribble, who can do this. He's giving you attributes. I think that's what he means by a profile of player. If I say I want a top quality right winger, then I'm gonna. When I say I need a profile of right winger instead of a certain name, I'm going to describe to you what I mean. I'm going to say someone who's left-footed, who's quick, who can dribble, who can shoot from outside the box. Like that's the kind of profile. But if I say I want,
do you agree?
Kicking Mbuemo, that's not a profile. I'm just telling you who I want. Like
Ashraf, do you agree that if they don't get top 5, they might as well look at more kids coming their way? Yeah, Delap at best.
I think if they don't get Champions League football, then I do think they need to be a bit. Look, they can still go and try to attract some players because we've seen in the past, like for whatever reason, a lot of players sometimes still choose a certain club even if they don't have Champions League football.
That's not their model, Ashraf, is it? If we look at the Chelsea model,
maybe
if
not.
we look
Maybe
at
not.
the
I don't know.
evidence in front of us,
I don't know what their
buy
model
him
is.
young, then either loan them out or offer them 8-year contract. If they look like they have half a decent season, let's offer them a 33-year contract on top of the 8-year contract. That's their model, man. It's a complete and utter mess of a model. So I don't know why any Chelsea fan thinks suddenly the penny's going to drop this summer in this transfer window and, what they call Clear Lake, whatever they're called, is suddenly going to figure out how to run a club. That this is the delusion that Chelsea fans have. Were they not protesting? Were they not protesting these ownerships 2 weeks ago?
Yeah,
now
we moved into this something.
Yeah, we moved to something different. Now we're saying, are they actually going to buy them?
But can I give you a hint of why some of the decisions that Chelsea ownership made are actually correct and some of them are wrong? Signing Pedro Neto for 60 million, I think it's a spot on signing. The fact that he didn't work, that is a different story than making the decision to sign Pedro Neto.
Yes.
You get my point, right?
I agree with that.
Signing Tosin on a free is a spot on signing. An experienced player that played in the Premier League for free, not a lot of wages, that add experience, a spot on signing. Caicedo for 100 million is a spot on signing. Cole Palmer, an absolute spot on signing. But people forget that for the ownership and only remember the bad ones, right? By the way, getting Jadon Sancho, even though I thought he should leave, for basically pennies, Chelsea, if Chelsea get Jadon Sancho in a bit of good form and they acquire him for 25 million, I promise you Chelsea will make a profit 10 million just over the summer. Just like that. Just like this. And then they go and invest. Yes, the ownership have overspent for this, overspent for Disasi, Badiashile, all these guys, Vega and Dewsbury Hall. But it's not only Dyer. Like, people sometimes talk about the ownership of Chelsea, and it's all bad decisions. The manager might be a bad decision. But there are a lot of 3-4 signings that a lot of other
The point
clubs
Mo's
have
trying to
said,
make is what
I want that.
I speak on this train of thought, which is I'm a bit more balanced. People call me positive. I don't think I'm that positive. I'm just a bit more balanced. When people come at me with rebuttals, a lot of it is what Mo said. They only think about the negative signings, the things they don't like. They never seem to mention when we were signing Caicedo how happy they were. We signed Enzo how happy they were. When we signed Sancho originally, they weren't saying all this stuff. When we were sitting first or second in the league in November, December, I wasn't hearing any of this. None of it.
Do you know?
Yeah, but the problem is it went downhill, bro. It went downhill.
So my point is this. My point is this. Yeah, it's just gone downhill now, and of course, like natural evolution, people change their minds.
Yes.
So my thing is now I'm going to stay consistent until what's it called, the fat lady sings. The end of the season hits, then I'll see where I'm at. If I'm top 4 and I win the Conference League, then all those people who are shouting and raving, I'm going to look at them like, what are you shouting about?
But you have to admit though, Ches. You have to admit though, Ches, if, and I don't think it'll happen, but if you somehow drop out of the top 5, that will, for me, that should raise some question marks, because I understand some.
I'm not.
Yeah, it should raise,
naive.
because then you're
yeah.
I feel like you've stagnated then, in my opinion.
Ashraf, you don't think it's going to happen?
I will change my tune completely if I'm sitting 6th in the league, Conference League again, or Europa League because you win the Conference League. I'm not going to sit there going, yeah, man, get the lap. I'm going to be like, yo, like, we've regressed. We've not improved. We're going backwards. The manager's not here. We're here again. But what I don't believe it's going to happen, my opinion. And the second thing is, I would find it very incompetent if they didn't get a striker, centre back, and goalkeeper. Then I'll be saying to you guys, you know what? My ownership, they're lost. You can't watch this season, have Maresca saying press conferences, have us drop off for 2 months, and then not buy a striker, not buy a goalkeeper, bring Petrovic, not buy a good centre back. Now, if we don't do that, what can I really say? I'm not gonna come with hope and say, yeah, man, it's all calm. You know, no, I'm gonna call it out. But I don't think we were at that stage last season. And all people in the chat going, Ches, you're gonna make excuses that Jackson's up front. I literally said in the summertime I wanted a striker. I was in Bali, shout out Indonesia. I was sitting there on deadline day because I'm a few hours in front, and we didn't get Oshman. I woke up and I was pissed.
Yeah, Ches, do you think you get top 5? Because you know your fixtures are ugly. Do you think you get top 5 with no attack?
This is where it's false.
I think they get it.
I'm going to name you off the fixtures we've got in the next 5 games up until May running. We've got Spurs at home, Brentford away, Ipswich at home, Fulham away, Everton at home. So I've got 5 games there where if I win 3 or 4 out of those 5, 3 of them being at home, by the way, I'll be on 60 points.
That's not enough.
No. It would be enough because then I have to look at my position and go, look at the form table. If you don't believe, look at the form table. Chelsea have like the medium to low on the form table in and around.
On average, to get Champions League, you need 66 to 67. Trust me, I've studied these numbers.
That's if it's top 4, not top 5.
Yeah, top 5 will bring it down to maybe 64.
That was last season, not this season. This season will be lower. This season will be lower.
If Chelsea makes 60 points, I believe that Newcastle are not going to make up 13 points from now until that. Do you think
Newcastle have an easy run? Newcastle have an easy run.
Probably.
Look at Chelsea's last 4 games. Look at Chelsea's last 4 games. If Chelsea drop points in their next 3 to 4 games, you can write them off from then.
That's fact. I've said this though. If we drop points against
as well,
yeah.
Well, do you think Chelsea are not going to win these games? We need enough to you.
Yeah.
One set, Mo. We've got Tottenham at home, Ipswich at home, Everton at home. Do you think we can get 3 out of 3 wins there?
The only one I think you'll struggle on is probably Everton at home.
Everton.
Out of the
but do you think we'll get 3 out of 3 wins, in your opinion?
I think you get 7.
2 out of 3.
Cool.
Yeah.
Do you think we can get a point out of Fulham and Brentford away? One of those games.
No, for sure.
Cool. West London derby.
Exactly.
I don't know.
That's the question, bro. Do you think we can get 1 point?
It's not guaranteed. It's not guaranteed.
Yes. Okay, guys.
Cool.
When we answer questions, most logically, Brentford and Fulham away, Chelsea can get a point. Can we be logical?
With our first team,
Did you get one last season at Fulham?
We beat them.
For once in our life, can we just drop the agenda and be logical? Yes.
So what you're telling me is with Chelsea's first team back, we can't get a point away from Fulham, Brentford, and we're cooked. Then of course we're cooked.
No, they'll get minimum 1
exactly.
point.
If they lose Fulham and Brentford away, I promise you, 90% of the Chelsea fans will sit down and say,
then I'll change my mind.
Fuck
Here we
this.
go.
Look, I just checked it real quick.
I've just said to you, yeah. Once it Ashraf, I've done the maths. 3 wins, a loss. Let's say we get 2 wins, a loss, and a draw, or let's say 3 wins and a loss. Right? Out of 5 games, you win 3, we draw 1, we lose 1. That's to my maths 10 points. That means we'll be on how many points?
59
59.
points.
Cool.
And
Might
then
not,
we've got
might not be enough. Might not be
No,
enough.
it will be enough.
Yeah.
We've got United
It
at
won't. It
home.
won't be.
It will be.
Yeah, that's what.
Top 5.
That's what I was gonna say. That's what I was gonna say.
59 is
top
not
five.
enough.
I agree. One sec, Chess. I agree with Wolfie. I looked at the last 5 seasons. Yes, the season is more competitive, so actually it could be a little less. But usually you need like 66 points and above. Let's take 64, 65. If up until the Everton game, if you are at like above 60 points, I think you'll get it. Because your last 4 games are Liverpool. To be honest, it's at the bridge. They've already won the league. You might
If we
get
get a
something.
point there, I'm happy.
Yeah. Newcastle away, very difficult game, and they're battling for top
Could be a
4, so they
loss.
might win. Yeah, United at home, you should win that game, and then Forest away, which
Then
also they're
that'll be
battling.
enough.
United's not
That'll be enough.
guaranteed.
That'll be
United's not
enough.
guaranteed.
No. But I'm saying the probability is he will win. Of
Oh,
course, it's nothing
sorry.
guaranteed.
Okay,
So
okay.
if I go by the probability that you beat United, you get a draw maybe against Liverpool, you beat Ipswich, you beat Tottenham, which you should beat Tottenham, and you beat one of Brentford or Ipswich, I think you definitely get top 5.
How many
100%.
points is that? Ashraf? I mean, guess what? And now we've got to assume all the other teams win 4.
No, but
losses.
I just
games.
looked
Yeah,
at
yeah,
Newcastle.
exactly.
I just looked at Newcastle. Newcastle really have like kind of a weird, easy run. They play Brentford at home, Leicester away, Man United at home, Crystal Palace at home, Villa away, might be a loss. Ipswich at home, Brighton away, might be a loss. But they play Chelsea at home.
And
think-
Arsenal away. Newcastle play Arsenal.
I think
away
that
as
is the
well.
game. You will be on the beach, bro. You might not even play anyone.
That's the reason why we'll win it, because we will be comfortable. When we are comfy with no pressure, we
No
slap
pressure,
up teams.
That's true.
Yeah, in the last 5
I think
games.
I think Newcastle might end the season on 63, 64 points. Man City might end it on 65, 66. And Forest and Arsenal are already like very close to the 60s, in my opinion. But I think actually the conversation is like, do we judge Chelsea only on making top 5 or not? Or we judge the performances this season?
It depends on a lot of things. So
The aim, okay. I actually was speaking to Dan yesterday, and Dan said something very crucial. He said, listen, if we go and win the games and we play good performance over the past like 5 out of the 9 games, and Maresca start now using the weapons right, I see a team cooking, I'm going to say, okay, that was a blip because injuries and because whatever circumstances. I'm going to say, yes, I'm going to judge the season basing on making top 5 or not. But if we scrape top 5 based on 60 points, he said like, if we win 3 games, draw 1, but Newcastle fall off and Man City fall off, his aim, and it's your aim as well, Chaz, is progression. It's progression. It's not only top 5 this season.
I agree.
You want
I
to
agree.
see Maresca, you want to look at Maresca and say, yes, you are the guy to take me over the line within the next 3-4 years. If he scrapes top 5, okay, Poch could have scraped top 5 as well, having bad performances based on what you guys think. So, okay, what does that tell me? Nothing.
I've heard you
So
say this
that
point
is the
before.
difference.
I agree with this. Obviously, I don't want to limp, and then it looks kind of awkward at the end of the season, a bit jaded. You get it, and you don't really feel satisfied. Might scramble to get the Conference League. It doesn't look good, but at the end of the day, the reason why I don't have Elise and Osimhen is because of UCL.
Yeah,
Elise, would be,
fair,
if we
fair.
had UCL, Elise would be playing in the Chelsea shirt this season.
Fair
Osimhen
enough.
would be here. That's a fact. The reason why that's a fact, because the wage pool goes up by 30%, which is the threshold of wages goes up. So you have more leeway with players like Osimhen or Gyökeres in the summer. And that difference could help Maresca in the next season. So yeah, I might limp over to it, but the next season now I might have Gyökeres and Williams in my team. Instantly, we're a better team. Add Esteval back up. You got Noni. Now your team's looking, oh, Chelsea looks a bit.
Fair. Fair.
Comes back. You buy Gahey, who wants to play Champions League football, and he's already from the Cobham Academy beforehand. Now Chelsea's team with an extra 200 million spent, with Nkunku leaving, with Disasi leaving, with Kuju Hall leaving, we're going to easily make about 150 million pounds minimum this
From
summer.
these 3 players.
No, from all the 8 players we're going to sell. Carney, 45. Dewsbury Hall will go. Disasi will go.
Whoa. Carney for 45. Come on.
Yeah, it's already obligation, bro. It's already done.
I thought it was option.
What?
Option, but they'll extend it, I think.
45 million pounds for Chokameka.
We've got 8 players that we're going to sell this summer, plus the players, for example, who we might sell. and the money we're going to make in general from all the things we're in that Club World Cup, etc. If we're in UCL, we're going to sign a few top players, in my opinion. So therefore, us limping over the line might help us. But obviously,
it will help you acquire players, of course.
This is all in theory. If Chelsea limp, we don't make it, and then we don't sign the right players, I'm not going to have the same energy.
Don't hold too much hope for Carney. He's only played 5 games for Dortmund this season.
Chelsea are good at selling, so I'm going to bank on that.
Actually, guys, Chelsea makes £16 million pure profit from playing the Club World Cup. Pure profit, by the way. £16 million.
Yeah.
AMT saying Cody Gakpo played 26, started 16, started 26, played 26, started 16, GA, 8 goals, 3 assists. Martinelli played 24, started 17, GA 6 and 3.
You know, Noni Madueke's got 7 goals and 3 assists.
I know
okay,
that.
how many of those was against Wolves?
That's what I'm saying. The average.
How many goals was against Wolves, man?
To be honest with you guys,
that's not the point. That's not the point.
I'm going to tell you what, Ram. To be honest with you, Ram, Liverpool fans are so starving to have anyone just to not be Salah FC. So you started hyping Gakpo, and he just had a good season. He started having a good season like Martinelli.
No, you clearly.
I watched.
You don't hear what I say, Mo. McAllister, Van Dijk, Trent, Alisson, Kanate. These are the players that got us to help us win the Premier League.
He means attacking, scoring.
Attack. We were talking about wingers. You remember? We were talking about the attack and the wingers and who provides GA in the season. You know what I'm talking about. Without Salah, big up my man. Wallahi, Liverpool might have been 7th. Something like this. 7th. Can we get like the last 15 minutes about the Arsenal thing and Isak? Okay. Why the rumors again from Fabrizio that Isak shit after the cup? Why? Why do they play this card all the time? And it's not like, with all due respect, it is not Terry, it is not Mo, it's not Osam, it's not Deluded Gunnar, it's not Troops, it's not like, it is fucking Fabrizio and these guys. They're like, they are big admirers of Isak. Okay, they are admirers. Is he gonna join Arsenal? And the problem is, there's a lot of Arsenal fans now that are saying that if we don't sign Isak, there is no hope. And I disagree. Especially if the rumors about Liverpool are true. The Salah and Van Dijk. Arsenal might not need that much. You might need an Osimhen or an Eucharist. I don't know about Cisco.
Good question, actually. Ashraf, do you think...
the reason... Hold on. Blaze, the reason why I didn't do your super chat, Wolfie is breaking his fast. Your super chat is directed to Wolfie, Blaze.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah,
so I'm waiting for him to come back, Blaze. You think I forgot it? I'm going to do it once he comes back.
Oh, well, can I ask Ashraf a question? Because obviously, the guy loves to say the landscape of the league. You know what I'm saying? He loves to say next season is looking like Man City need to rebuild. Chelsea are dusty. Liverpool losing their pillars, you could say. So, do you agree with a guy on people like that? Where is it a clean road for Arsenal? Like, is it?
No, I don't. I've said it before. The thing is, for fans like, maybe Igal is one of them, I don't know, but definitely a lot of Arsenal fans that get involved in the banter and only care about... I don't care about banter. I swear it's never bothered me, so I don't get involved in it. But the Arsenal fans who care about banter so much, this could be a long summer for them, because you could have a very realistic scenario where you end the season with, obviously, Liverpool winning the league, which is a done deal, Newcastle winning the League Cup, Man City or some team winning the FA Cup, because I think it's a new team that's going to win it.
Forest, man. It'll be Forest.
Yeah, whichever team. Yeah, even worse if it's Forest. United or Chelsea winning the Conference League. United or Spurs winning the Europa League. I don't think either one of them.
Imagine United winning the Europa League.
And no, imagine United or Spurs, and then Arsenal will be like one of the few teams that has won absolutely zilch, and all the Arsenal fans are gonna get roasted, and they're gonna have to hide. Look, honestly, I've said it before. I think Arteta can win the league next season only under two conditions. One is we sign the profile of players we need to sign, a top quality left winger, a top quality striker, and then obviously we just replace whoever leaves. So Partey leaves, replace him. Jorginho leaves, replace him. That's fine. And second thing, which is an absolute must, is he needs to have the perfect conditions. Very little to no injuries. No other big team should be competing or should be like in the best form, which is not going to happen. That's just the common sense. It's not going to happen. Like, I think Arsenal fans need to wake up and smell the coffee. It's not going to happen. City are probably going to be back next season. Look, Liverpool, I don't know what's going to happen to the contracts. If they do lose Salah and Van Dijk, I think that'll be a big hit. I do reference the fact, though, that when we lost the greatest player of all time in the Premier League in 2007, we still challenged for the league that season, and we finished 4 points behind United. I think we were top of the league for majority of that season in 2007, 2008.
Oh, yeah, Eduardo and then
Excuse me. Yeah, when he broke his leg. What's his name? Chelsea, when they lost Hazard, I think, I could be wrong, but I think the next season or the season after they won the Champions League. United, when they lost Cristiano Ronaldo, I think this next season they won the league and they reached the Champions League final 2 seasons ago. So, in my opinion, like, I think they can bounce back. I think it will be very difficult. However, with all that being said, as I said, if those 2 things don't happen for Arteta, I don't think he ends up winning the league. Because the reality is, I just think if it's a title race between us and City or us and Liverpool, and let's say Liverpool keeps Salah and Van Dijk in this scenario, I don't think Arteta has the know-how in the title race to get that little bit extra and tactically, mentally beat the other managers and just outperform them, in my opinion.
I don't know, Ashraf, because last season the narrative was very similar to what you're saying right now. I swear to God, everyone was saying the same thing.
And before we go on about this, I need Blaze and this Wolfie talking about delusion. He thinks Callum Hudson-Odoi deserves a call-up and outdone every Chelsea wingers, with Noni being clear in play and GA, but isn't even rated. That is for you.
Again, just GA merchants. GA merchants.
What does that mean? He's a winger. What else do you judge him by? How he looks?
You don't think wingers have impacts on the game, bro? I mean,
how he dances on the pitch.
Ashraf, I respect your football knowledge better than that. Honestly, GA merchants.
If it's a winger, striker, or second striker, or attacking midfielder, GA is your bread and butter. However you get that GA, yes, it is your bread and butter.
Okay. So do you rather your team won 1-0 or lost 4-3? But you got your GA up.
No. I'm saying for the winger, for the players. If I come and judge a player and say, did you have a good season or did you have a bad season? I will not look at a winger.
Yes, my GA was so and so.
No. Exactly. If I look at a winger who played 38 games in the Premier League, completed the most dribbles by like 3x the next person, destroyed people, not makes players for fun every single game, but has 1 goal and 1 assist, I'm going to come out and say this winger was
but now
crap.
you're going to the extreme of 1 goal and 1 assist, yeah?
Okay, fine. He has 5 goals and 2 assists.
So if you're playing in a counter-attacking team, would you expect to have more GA than a team that is high-pressing and always in the opposition half?
In a team like Forest, I'd expect him to have much higher GA, because when Mahrez played for a counter-attacking team, when Vardy played for a counter-attacking team, these guys had high GA.
Vardy was a striker, so that's like what you do.
Mahrez was a winger. And Mahrez was a winger.
So Mahrez, like, what? I'm saying prime Hudson-Odoi is better than prime
Chelsea.
Chelsea
when they won.
Can I tell you the difference, Ashraf? I actually think that Callum Hudson-Odoi for Forest has single-handedly won them about 6 to 7 points this season.
Thank you.
By winning a game. Okay, let me finish this. By winning a game with 1-0 or 2-1. Noni Madueke. I like Noni Madueke.
Did you say 6 points?
We're still on this.
Wait. Did you say 6 points? That's 2 games.
And that's enough. That could be enough between Champions League and Europa.
Noni Madueke.
Trossard has won us 6 points this game.
Wait, Noni's won us 4 points top of my head already.
Really? Which ones?
Wolves and Nottingham Forest. You got a draw last week.
Stop it! You would have won 3-2
Wolves.
Stop it!
No, Wolves. He scored a hat trick.
Yeah,
he scored a hat trick.
Literally, I big him up for that.
It was 5-6.
Noni Madueke did not win you the Wolves game when you won like 5 at the beginning of the season.
What do you mean? He scored a hat trick. He scored over.
6-2, and he scored a hat trick, and I think he had 1 assist.
What are we doing here? And he got an assist.
What are you guys doing here?
What are we doing?
And he equalized against Forest, I think, when they were losing 1-0. And he already got a point. That's just, exactly, just top of our heads. Should we go back and check the other stuff?
Point, man. That's the
why
point.
What
do you guys do, honestly? Trossard, off the top of my head, just quickly, I swear to God, I only have 2 games in mind. One is 3 points against Leicester, one is 3 points against Spurs. And I'm pretty sure if I look at other games, there'll be some other games.
Trossard is not bad. Who
No,
said
no, he's
trust
been
is
shit this
bad?
season. He's been shit this season. Arsenal
No
fans have
one's
been
hyping,
begging
no, I'm
for
not
someone to take
hyping it.
over.
But the thing
I'm
is,
not
you're
hyping
saying that
it.
Callum Hudson-Odoi I think he had a good season for Forest.
He's
But
had an
anyway,
exceptional season.
back to Arsenal.
5
Okay,
goals and assists.
Blaze
Look at
appreciate
where
it.
those
Memo,
goals are.
Memo. Yeah, guys, wait, because he's
Go
saying
back to
counter
Arsenal. We don't have a lot of time. Hassan started the stream. We don't
when
have a lot of time.
Semenyo has better GA, stop saying Callum Hudson-Odoi. It's ridiculous. But anyways, go on.
GA.
Semenyo has been better than all
Where
these
are they
ones.
in the league?
Arsenal.
10th.
I'm not
Okay,
gonna.
so
That's such a weak argument. I'm not even gonna bother. Go ahead.
So Callum Hudson-Odoi is better than Semenyo.
No, I rate Semenyo very highly. I would take
so
him.
we
apart.
agree here. So we
Yeah.
agree here. At least we agree here.
Yeah, but I
Listen,
would
the
place
allies-
Semenyo on
allies
the right.
can't even
but anyway.
align. They can't even decide what they want.
At least we agree. Well, listen, can we, before we go on, guys, there were 15 likes. We have 500 people here. We're not even on 200 likes. So can we get the
Yo.
likes up to 200? Hit that like button, people. Don't be frauds. Kenny here is saying, question, how do you see Man United doing next season? Just to answer the
No.
question, Kenny, I'm just going to tell you, Man United will be from 6th to like 8th or 9th next season. That is the most they can do. They won't be in the top 6. I don't think they're going to challenge. I think it's a long way, unless they win Europa League. Unless, because I believe if they win Europa League, they're going to spend the money of the Champions League in advance. The money they're going to make from the Champions League in advance. And Amarim is a good coach, to be honest. Blaze, Impact. What is this gaslighting? It's deluded. Wolfie, where are you going? Oh, again,
I think he's
going to
breaking
eat.
his fast or something.
I think he's breaking his face, drinking water. But so okay, Chez, simply, who has bigger impact this season? Honest, no banter. I know you can do this. I know you can do this. Who has bigger impact this season? All of you, even freaking Wolfie, sometimes turns into a troll. Like it's
What did I
Who
miss in
has-
2 minutes?
who has bigger impact this season? Callum Hudson-Odoi or Noni Madueke for their team?
Callum Hudson-Odoi.
Don't do this, Chad. Please. Please. Please.
Yes. Chez,
I
wallahi.
genuinely I want to give you
Chess.
logic. Can I give you some logic, please? Like, please.
Give
don't
me
worry.
logic.
I know you gotta go. Okay, cool. So we can all admit this season, as it stands, Forest have a better team than Chelsea, right? Our Forest.
No, you just said otherwise.
No,
In the beginning, you just said otherwise.
No. Let me explain something. Would you say this season, yes or no, Forest have a well-balanced team, injuries aside?
Would you have said that at the start?
No.
Would you have said that at the
Alright,
start?
cool. Okay, cool. So we just
Bro,
so you're saying no, yeah?
We are talking in the beginning of the season. It's average in
Cool.
comparison with Chelsea average.
That's calm. That's fine. I don't
Now, in
really think-
hindsight, yes. In hindsight, now,
If
yes.
you- I'm gonna put it this way: if you put Noni in the Forest team, does he have moments like Odoi? I think he does.
But
It's
that's
different
not
pressure.
the question.
It's different
You're
level.
It's
sneaky,
some long-winded answer I'm trying to eat.
sneaky about it. Yes.
Stop it.
Who
I
has
think
more
the question is black and white, in my opinion. I don't think it's yes or no.
Just
It
the
is
fact you
black
can't
and white.
answer with one word means
Wallahi,
that you
Chez,
know
it's
the
black
answer.
and white.
I don't think it is because there's logic
There's
to it.
one
I don't
name,
really think
please,
it's the
Chaz.
case of if you put Odoi in Chelsea's position, is he going to score more goals? Is that what we're saying?
But
He won
but
you a
he's not in.
Champions League.
He's not in Adoi's
Answer the
position.
question, bro. Answer the question. Would he score more
But he's
goals? at
not. He's not. You see, he
Chelsea?
might.
Answer the question. So you don't
He
answer.
might.
Would
No, he
Odoi
might.
score more goals at Chelsea?
He might. Say that again.
He might. If Odoi
that
was in
again.
Chelsea playing left wing, would he score
He
more
might.
goals in the Forest?
I
than
can't
he might?
guarantee. To be
Yes.
honest to God, I can't guarantee this.
That's
honest
what
to
I'm
God,
saying about
because-
Odoi and my man.
No, but this is why I'm asking a fact this season. Who has been better this season? Noni Madueke and Callum Hudson-Odoi. It's a very simple answer. It has to be Callum Hudson-Odoi. There's no other answer than
No,
this.
no, man. I don't really think.
The-
Odoi-
Why?
honest-
Why is it
Nah.
clearly Callum Hudson-Odoi? Explain your answer. Why? Why is it clear?
Oh my god, we're not doing this, please.
I don't rate
Why?
Noni,
I'm
people.
curious,
I don't
why?
rate Noni. I don't think
Why is it
Odoi's better
clear?
than him.
Callum Hudson-Odoi is a better finisher. He's a better dribbler with the ball. His goals been
How do
more
you know that?
impactful and
More impactful.
converted
He's a
with
better
more
dribbler
points.
with the ball.
Yes,
He's a better
yes,
dribbler with
he
the
is.
ball.
He's got less
Yes,
goals,
he
but
is.
they're more impact. That don't make no sense.
He's
Anyway.
also he's got that finesse, that FIFA cheat code finesse from the edge of the box, the one that Liverpool tasted. He does that
Did you have to
plenty of
mention
times
that,
this
Wolfie?
season. He's got that
Anyway,
locked
listen.
in.
That's a
I'm
yellow
going to do this
card.
last super chat because
That's a yellow card.
I don't know who's doing. But does Callum Hudson-Odoi still deserve a call up in your opinion, Wolfie? It's a yes or no question.
Yes.
He deserves a
Of
call up.
course not. Of course
Yes.
not.
You said yes, Mo.
I agree, actually. He deserves a call up. Who's called wingers?
Bro, if Jordan
Bowen.
Henderson can get in the England team, I should be called up. You know what I'm saying? I mean, seriously.
That has
Exactly.
nothing to
That's
do
right.
with
I
it.
don't
That
know
has
how
nothing
my
to do
man
with it.
got
That's
back
nothing.
in
That's a
that team.
ridiculous argument.
What do you mean?
Rashford got
It's a
called up.
ridiculous argument.
Rashford
You
got
cannot
called
say
up.
he deserves a call up because the manager is making a mistake and calling someone else who's trash. If the
Yeah.
manager is making the right
Yes, I
choices
can.
and calling
Yes, I
all
can.
the right players, should he be in the lineup? No.
Yes.
They're both mid.
No,
Why are we
not
having
in the
this
starting
discussion?
lineup. I'm not putting him in the
It's such a
start.
weird
Should he
thing.
be called
Yes,
up is the
I
question.
believe that.
No,
Callum
they're
Hudson-
both mid.
Callum-
So why are we
can I
arguing
ask you?
here?
Yeah, but I'm
They're
gonna
both
tell you.
Yeah, both are
rubbish.
crap.
Who deserves? Okay, just simple
Both are
question.
crap.
Who deserves the call up? Callum Hudson-Odoi or Marcus Rashford?
Hudson-Odoi.
Rashford.
That's an Odoi of the
Rashford.
season.
100%.
Rashford.
100% Rashford.
What do you
How's that
mean?
even a question?
This is banter.
man. I mean,
This is-
seriously.
Wallah, this is banter.
No,
Rashford
Mo,
for the
because
last- what do you mean,
I
Rashford
know
You
for the
guys
last-
think
know.
Callum
Ashraf,
Hudson-Odoi deserves a
you
call up over
wanted
Rashford?
at Arsenal, didn't
This
you?
season,
You
yes.
wanted him at Arsenal. You wanted him in your club.
bad.
That's
Oh
why
my
you're saying
God.
Rashford, innit?
Like, you
So
know, you
over
know
the
what,
last-
Ashraf? That makes me happy, man. I know how much my club has rattled you lot this season.
So
That makes me
Rashford has
happy.
been killing
They
it.
can't
Wait,
even be
wait.
genuine on a
Just
simple question.
Just out
Why
of
do you
curiosity.
think we're bantering you, Wolfie? Like, why?
Yeah, exactly. Rashford out of sorry.
I'm just giving a
Ra-
truthful opinion.
Hold on. Rashford, who couldn't get into the Man U team, who are 14th or wherever they are in the league, who went to Villa and is still used as a sub up until the last couple of games.
Bro,
Who, if you
go
want to
by
do
your
your GA
logic,
thing, man,
Yes, if
That's
you go, if
fine.
you go by your logic,
Hey, Mo,
if you
you've
go
got
by
10
your
minutes.
logic,
Mo, finish the
if you
half
go by your
We
logic,
have a lot of 10 minutes
one
because
second, one
the
second.
charity stream has
This
started.
is-
You
This
know,
is such a ridiculous
we'll
argument.
pick this up next week.
One player,
seriously,
player-
guys, Marcus Rashford scored
Mo,
zero
Mo.
goals for Aston Villa
Mo.
since January, and we're talking
Mo.
about a call up.
Mo, first of all, he's
Well,
been
zero.
amazing since he came
Big
to Aston
fat
Villa.
zero.
He's been amazing since he's come to Aston Villa. He's been getting
Amazing.
assists. You don't want to
Wait,
sound.
you're the one bringing
don't
up
wanna-
GA,
no,
Ashraf.
but
You're
Ashraf,
suddenly
I
GA
am,
doesn't
I am.
matter to you now.
Bro,
Huh?
not the whole
Guys.
season.
Guys,
listen.
one second. If you're quieting down, you'll understand. First of all, if you go by GA, you've lost already because one has 7 GA from 25 games, the other has 7 GA from 20 games. Guess who has the lesser games? Rashford. That's one already. So GA argument, you already lost. Secondly, if you go by talent of player, obviously Rashford, that's Rashford. If you go by recency, who's been better recently in the last 2-3 months, because that's what the England call-up is about. We don't call players, or they're not supposed to call players who've been good 2 years ago. They call based on recent form. Even recent form, Rashford has been better. He most like he doesn't get goals, but he gets assists. What is so? Where do you go
He
from
made
there?
under 21s, Ram. You're wrong. He made under 21s.
I mean, your argument is so
He would
flawed.
have 1 year in the England squad then because he's been.
Ethan's not ready to
turned
jump up
in the
2
last
squad
3 or
levels.
4 months.
Yeah, exactly.
He's not
It's
really
2
jump
squad
up
levels
to
Wait,
higher.
Ashraf,
So
based
the
on
manager
your
being
on form,
What we doing here,
should
man?
Cole
This is
Palmer have been called up?
ridiculous.
I
You
know
just
he
say
got
Elanga.
injured, but should Cole Palmer have been called up?
Yes, perform well. He
How-
hasn't got the GA.
No, I'm asking Ashraf. He stunk it out.
Is
this
he
afternoon.
available? Is he available?
He was called up before he got injured. Should he have been called up on his form?
This is
Based on
gender
your
equality
logic.
things, by the way.
Yes,
So on
because
your
there's
logic,
no.
you think
because,
he's been
yeah,
on
yeah, I'll
form,
explain
yeah?
to you why. I'll explain to you why.
There
Because
we go.
his
Now,
no.
let's add
by the
another
way-
thing now, because that
No,
one
no,
don't
no,
work
no,
for
no,
you.
no, no. There's not. First of all, Wolfie clearly has a comprehension issue because I clearly said I gave 2-3 different factors. He picked the one that suits his narrative because he's like, I don't have an argument for the other 2 factors, so I'm going to ignore them and I'm going to pick the one that I have an argument for. Cole Palmer in his position. First of all, GA destroys everyone. Secondly, in his position,
This
there is no
season,
one
is
better than
GA
him.
destroys everyone, does it?
Yeah, he had
Yeah,
21
yeah,
GA.
14 goals
No,
and
no,
6
no.
assists
In the
or
league.
something like that.
In the league.
Yes,
in the league.
league.
Yes.
In
No,
the
had
league
21
alone.
GA in
Rattle
the
the
league.
chat. Look at the chat getting rattled over Rashford.
What are you guys on about? Like,
What
you
are you
guys
guys
okay?
on about? They're
Anyway,
both.
listen.
Mad, bro.
No, can I end it on this? They're all mid. I don't care
Exactly,
about
I
any of
agree
them.
with
don't-
I
They're-
Listen,
agree with
guys,
that. They're all
we have to cut this short, guys, for a good cause. For Patrick, I don't know who's I'm gonna be joining Sam. We have to cut this short. Shed's channel in the description. Forest Fan TV, one of the best watch-alongs you'll ever watch on Forest games, of course. If you lose a game, so good. Ashraf Talks Ball, of course, and Ram Stand, of course, but I didn't put it in the description because it's an inactive channel. But big up everybody. Go and support. The link for Patrick in the description as well. So go and support Patrick. We have to cut this short. I know we normally go longer, but we have to go. I want all of you guys to go to Hussam. There's going to be multiple YouTubers joining the stream. I'm not sure who's going to join, but it'll be me and Hussam in the next 5 minutes. So go and support Osam and go and support Patrick. It's on Osam's channel. I appreciate everyone. Thank you all for joining. And hopefully we'll see you guys next week. And we'll see you guys soon. And we're out of here, people.